from Wow Crochet Designs. We are here on a Saturday morning. I'm a little bit quiet this morning, aren't I? Not loud enough. What say you? I'd be a bit loud, hey? What say you? I've got this top, right? It's relatively new, but it's fairly tight, and I'm struggling with it. It's not your problem, I know. Good morning, everyone. I hope you have had a lovely week. Yours truly has slowly started winding down from the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, and nothing seems right today. You know, I took my camera and the stand and everything with me to the show. Do you think I used it? Not even once. Hello, Franca. Hello, Kiki. Good morning. You are the first, Franca. And Kiki was the second. I am a little early. Am I a little early? Oh, no, I'm on time. Everybody else is late. Come on, guys, wake up. Let's go. We're all asleep. It's Saturday morning here. Look, it's nasty gazillion degrees outside. And I'm going to nickname it nasty gazillion degrees outside, so maybe everybody's asleep. I just happened to refresh YouTube. No notification yet. No, it's a little bit funny with these notifications now. But my regulars know what time I go on Saturday mornings, which is good. But we're here. This is the Saturday after the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. Good morning, Karen. We did have one live on Wednesday after the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. And let me adjust the light. Excuse me. Just let me adjust the lighting. How's that? Is that a bit better? One more. I'm going a bit blind now because I've been looking directly into the light. Hello. I think that's better. That's much better. All right. So here we are again for another Saturday morning's live. Now, we've got a lot to talk about today. Now, as you know, we did upload yesterday or late last night. It wasn't late last night. I think it was around 6:30ish. We uploaded, and I have to look at this name, the Woolly Bargain Bag Sheep Show Surprise. Now, if you guys didn't know this, it's been recent. I have not used the word giveaway on my videos for the simple fact that we're trying to get these nasties away. The nasties who get on and start leaving links and things, they still do. I have to catch them quickly and delete and block and the rest of it and hide user and all this jazz, but they still get on. So I did try and change the name. I will never use the word giveaway anymore on our videos, even though you guys know it's a giveaway. I will use the word surprise, gift maybe. I might not even use that word, but surprise sounds good. We could use that one. But yeah, it's just to get rid of all those nasties. So if you don't see the word giveaway, it doesn't mean we're not having one. It just means I'm trying to eliminate all these nasties, get rid of them. They keep coming on. I don't know what to do. All right, so where are we? Oh, look at everyone's come on again. Here we go, finally. Everyone's woken up. Have you had coffees yet? I've had one coffee and one tea. Just got the notification, Karen. That's great. I'm a bit itchy at the moment. I've been cleaning up, so dust is everywhere. Hi, Anne McSee. I'm just watching you. And you interrupted. Oh, I interrupted, did I? Oh, sorry. Oh, I see you're watching the video and I interrupt the video. I do apologize. Hello, Fluffy Kitten. Good morning. Don't forget, guys, to leave your answers in yesterday's video. I will pop that up on our community post occasionally, so you won't miss out, yeah? 8 p.m. in New Jersey. Yay. 85 degrees. Well, it's like 0 point nothing degrees here. It's point gazillion nothing degrees. It's nasty out there. Notification just came for you too. That's great. YouTube is being a bit YouTube doesn't love me. Okay. So what? Wouldn't be the first people who don't love me. Everyone's saying hello. That's great. Hi, Frank. I hope you can sleep in later. Sure do. Luana. Hello, Luana. Lovely Luana. Beautiful Pamela. Hello. Did I say green butterfly? Oh, I can't remember if I did. Hello, green butterfly. The beautiful Paula is on. Lovely to have you here. Oh, you love me. Kiki, I knew there was one. But, you know, guys, as you know, the giveaway video, I'm sorry, let's call it the surprise video, went up yesterday, roughly around 6:30ish or 7ish our time here, PM in Australia. But it's still there. You've got a whole week to answer the question. Now, let me just talk about that answer right now. 99% of people question correctly. But you know what? I'm going to let it slide because I know everybody liked what they saw on the table, which was fair enough. So did I. But the question was to pick one item that you liked. And people were saying, well, I like the book and I like this and I like that. And they didn't pick the one. Some people did. There's a couple of people who picked the one item and they said, oh, look, I love the button. I do love all those other things, but the button is my favorite. So a lot of people didn't do that. They just picked, oh, I like the book and I like that. Oh, I like that, which is all good because I like them all as well. But this guy was my favorite. So anyway, I did ask, as you saw in the video, if she had the dog buttons because I could do with both because you know me, I love my dog and my cat. And so glad they don't have any spider buttons. They probably did, but I didn't look. As you do. All right. Here we go. Oh, you love me too, Franca. That's nice. Oh, you love me more. The scammers are going to figure out the surprise is the new giveaway. Well, I'll just delete, block, hide from channel, do the same thing I do every other day. It's not the first time. Elaine, Teresa, hello, big sister is in the house. So yes, guys, make sure you check that surprise video out that went up yesterday at 6 p.m. Good morning, beautiful Raylene. Lovely to have you here. Nothing has happened at the moment. I'm just talking about the giveaway, saying, guys, I'm sorry, let's call it a surprise. Just talking about the surprise, just letting everyone know that I've called it a surprise and not a giveaway to deter those scammers. A scammer did get on, one did. I just managed to delete and block quickly and hide user from channel and all the rest of it. But, you know, they're all bots. They're not real humans. So if they were real humans, they wouldn't do it. But there you go. What can you do? What can you do? Nothing. They just keep doing the same thing. All right, so let's get on with our gorgeous live that we have every week that we kind of missed last week. We had little bits and bobs last weekend, didn't we? We had one. Actually, we had more than one. We had one Friday morning, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning. So we leave it. They're only like 6 minutes, 7-minute videos. One of them went on for about, I don't know, 9 minutes or something, 10. I can't remember now. The last one I did was on the Sunday, and I only had 2 minutes. In fact, the time I was recording was into the time when people started arriving. It's not that I said I was running late, but I wasn't. I just forgot to do the live that morning because I was too busy changing things around and popping some price tags on things. The biggest mistake I made at the show was I didn't price tag a lot of things. I literally popped a little chart up saying red dot $1, blue dot $2, whatever, and I had dots and nobody worked that out, and it was a bit awkward, and I got it. It took me a while to get it. That people just want to see the prices on the items or on the you know, the box that you have or the case or whatever, and that's fair enough, and I learned the hard way. But it's good because these sort of little things do teach you things. Now, I've done stalls before years ago when they weren't trendy. Years ago when I was like, you know, 2. So I did stalls then and I hated them then and I still don't like them. That's really sad. That's really sad. I'm not one to stand in front of a table and say, oh, just buy this one, da, 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 da. No, I like to sit in the corner and make pretty things. That's it. That's my life. But it's okay. I'll do it for the show, the sheep show, and I'm going to do it for Pipeworks, and then I might consider what I might do in the future. Because it's just not for me, standing in the cold, freezing toes and all sorts of body parts, and it was cold. The beautiful one of our subscribers, I better not mention her name, she might not want that mentioned, came to the show and bought me these little heat packs. Actually, she bought those little heat packs before the show, and I could have worn them, but then I found some parts of the body all overheated, and then my toes really cold. They're really cold toes. I said, do I put them in the shoes? It's going to hurt my feet. But everything else, I think because I was wearing the woolen jumpers, that I was really quite warm all the way through the show, except my toes. No toes. So yeah, it was a little bit funny, but it was okay. The show was good. Can't complain. I did make some sales. I had some good sales too. A lot of our packs sold, and a lot of them that sold were the bag pack that sold, and I've taken them away, but let me grab one. Oh, I don't want that one because that's a bit of a dull colour. Let me grab a nice bright colour. Were the coaster packs, both the pink ones, or maybe that is an orange one. Oh, yeah, it is an orange one. and an orange one. Those are the 3 packs that actually sold for me at the show. Like, there were other things that sold, don't get me wrong, but my biggest sellers were those 3 items. And I knew that the French market bag would sell as a pack because, firstly, you know, for those of you overseas, we're right flat bang in the middle of our winter. Our spring summer will be coming up very soon, or our spring's coming up halfway very soon. And that bag is great for spring when you're purchasing, I don't know, items from the stores, or when you're actually going to the beach, because the larger size is suitable for towels. And one of the young ladies came in and said, oh, you know what, if you pop your towels in there, all the sand shakes out of the little holes, which is the reason why the French market bag is good. And did I just see a super chat? Oh, I did. This one is just for you for all the hard work I'm enforcing. Mary treats herself fund by royal decree. I love it, Kiki. Thank you so much. Well received. It's always, you know, guys, anything is well received, from the smallest dollar to the biggest dollar, and $10 will really go down well. Thank you very much. Beautiful Kiki. Oh, what? She's looking after me. So thank you very much. Super chats are always great fun. And that's how we managed to raise a lot of the money for the sheep show this weekend, which was great, last weekend, which was great. I am on the website looking for the French pattern. Well, I'm about to talk to you about that, Elaine. Thank you for that. Now, I'm trying, look, it's me. It's not, you know, anything. I popped all the items up. They're in hidden. The reason I haven't put them up properly is because I've spoken to my business manager, as you know, is my daughter, right? Let's just call her business manager. She's going to help me put a special sale on it just for YouTubers. Pretty cool, huh? Literally, you would have to quote a number to get that special sale. Otherwise, you get a full price, you know, and we don't want to charge you full price because you guys are our supporters. You guys have helped me raise funds for the show. Now, Elaine, what's going to happen is I'm hoping, what did I write here? Let's have a look. Recording for the bag packs, which is what we're talking about here on Thursday. Oh, on Friday, when I announced the winner of the giveaway, I'm going to pop in just before that announcement, because there's not much to put in that video. Just, yeah, hey, so-and-so's won, right? I'm going to pop in just before it, our packs. And then I'll have that little code so that you guys can go to the website, click on the pack, type in that little code, and you get the special discount. Now, if anybody else hears about the code and they get the discount, well, they get it, right? But I'm only giving the discount code to our subscribers here on the channel. It's not for everyone. It's for you guys. Now, like I said, if somebody else hears about the code and uses it, I can't not give it to them, because once you type the code in, the price is yours, right? But otherwise, you'll be paying full price for it. And for our subscribers, I would rather not charge them full price. I would like to charge them a special discount. Now, thank you, Elaine, for bringing it up, because I was going to talk about that anyway. Kiki money bags, she says, Franca. Oh, Pamela has done a super chat. Thank you so much, Pamela. Add it on to Kiki's. We're going to go spend some money and have a coffee and cake somewhere. We'll have a coffee and cake. I need one now after last weekend. Will it be PDF? It will be PDF, but I'm actually selling the packs as well. So the pattern will go up on its own, and the PDFs, and the packs will go up. So if you wanted to purchase the whole pack with the yarn, the hook, the scissors, the sewing needle, the free stitch marker from our subscribers, from 2 of our subscribers, and of course the pattern, it'll all be in one big pack. But the pattern will also be sold separately. You can decide how you want to purchase your kits. So that's the first few things that are coming up. Now, following the royal decree. Oh, thanks, Pamela. Kiki, you've started a riot on our channel. A riot of super chats. That's a good riot though. So the other thing I didn't get sorted out before the show was this guy right here. Now, I've got here on Monday working on this beanie to fix the problem up that I made a mistake with. I told you guys, I will never sell anything or pop anything on YouTube if I'm not sure of a pattern issue that I may have. And I had a pattern issue. I could have sold the pattern at the show. I did speak to some of our subscribers who arrived and said if you wanted to buy the pack before the pattern, once the pattern's complete, I will email it to you. And 2 people did that, right? But I didn't do that with everybody else walking around because nobody wants to do that if they don't know you very well, yeah? So this is now sorted out, and I will have that emailed to those 2 people, and also 2 people on our live. I think one is here at the moment, the other one's not here, who did win this as one of our giveaway. Zip it with a giveaway. One of our competition things that we had, and they did win that. So they will be getting their copy as well. And then I'll be popping the packs up. They will be coming with all the other packs. You'll get the patterns on their own, or you'll get them as the packs. Now, you need to decide yourself how you want them, okay? If you want the packs, these packs will be really good because they will have Tom's yarn. I'm trying to get Tandy out. Tom's yarn from Tandy. You try to say that fast. They will get Tom's yarn from Tandy Farm. Now, that yarn is the Polworth sheep. As you know, I push it a lot because it's the only one that I don't break out in a rash with. And I break out in a rash with wool. I'm scratching, I'm sneezing, I'm carrying on, and I get rashes and all sorts of weird things. But with Tom's yarn, I don't. So you'll have Tom's yarn in the packs, or you'll have the Bendigo yarn in the pack. So you have a choice of which pack you want. Or, again, you can purchase the pattern on its own. That's going up with all the other packs on Friday. Now, I will have the video up on Friday. When I pop the video up for the giveaway, those packs, I will say, right, head over to my website now, quote these numbers, and you will get your discount on your packs. I don't know if I'll be discounting the pattern on its own, but definitely discounting the packs. So there you go, guys. I was supposed to do all that before the show. But it didn't happen. What? It didn't happen. It was way too inundated. All right. Hello, Sherry. Lovely to have you here. That's my specialty, says Kiki. Yes, it is. I bought 2 packs and both had my stitch markers. Oh, I was hoping for at least one from Raylene. I popped them all in. They're all there. It's luck of the draw, really. Pamela, yay. Claptrap, hi. Oh, Claptrap's in. I didn't see her come in. Hello, Claptrap. Dad just asked if I want a cup of tea. Anyone else? I would love one, but I've got my water now. Oh, yes, please, says Kiki. I will PM you and work out something. You're so funny, Raylene. You're so funny. Milk? No sugar. Oh, I want milk and sugar, thanks. 1.5 sugars. I'll take one, Karen. Everyone wants a cup of tea. Hello, everyone, and a special hello from everyone from UK who survived last Monday and Tuesday. Apparently, you've got a massive heat wave happening. Well, that's normal weather in Melbourne during summer. That's like normal for us. We just don't go out. Or we do. Like, your houses are really not made for that kind of weather, which is sad. But, guys, okay, so let's talk about what happens. I'm going to talk about the week first. Okay, so this week, on Monday, I've got here patterns for the beanie. And get this, the pretty as a peacock, a blanket, part 3. You haven't even got part 2 yet. Part 2, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. Part 2, it says part 2. Oh, look at that. Tuesday, part 2, pretty as a peacock blanket is going out. Definitely on Tuesday, because I would have, fingers crossed, hopefully emailed the pattern off to the lovely Jody. I haven't heard from her. She's been busy, and I've been busy. So between the pair of us, we've both been busy. So I will be able to hopefully email the pattern off to her by Monday. And then Tuesday, part 2 will go up. Now, Jody will only get parts 1 and 2. Part 3 I could send, but I haven't written it up yet. So nobody knows what's going to happen for parts 3 and 4. What? I'm hoping to fit the last part all into 4. But part 2 definitely going up on Tuesday. I have edited. It's just waiting for me to send the pattern off to Jody. Now I'll be sending it off to Jody that's unedited, and I will talk to her about that, the written pattern. But the video itself, oh, I've rewatched it and watched it so many times, so there shouldn't be any issues. But the actual written pattern may have mistakes. But I don't want to hold out the pattern, the video anymore. So I'm going to send what I've got to Jody. I am rereading it myself. I haven't had anybody test the pattern yet. So whatever goes out, goes out. However it goes. All right. But you know I won't upload the video if it doesn't look right. Like if the count's out and it doesn't look right, I won't upload the video. You know that. But everything's all right for part 2. You're getting that on Tuesday. So exciting. I'm so loud. Wednesday we'll be doing our normal live as per usual. Tuesday was supposed to be our business day, as you know. It still will be because the Pretty as a Peacock blanket is already edited. Part 2 is already edited. All I have to do is say, right, off you go to YouTube. That's all I have to do. So on Tuesday I can still work on some of the packs that need to be available for you guys once they go up on the website on Friday. Now, on Thursday, what have I got here? Recording bag packs. Oh, yeah, recording the packs, getting it ready for my business. I call my business manager, but it's actually my daughter. She's my business manager because she organizes that side of things. And I told her how much percentage I want off it, and she went, all right, just this once. So she will be sorting out that for me. I'm trying to work it out where I can pop in the number and you guys can type in a code and then you get your discount. If you don't type that code in, you have to pay full price. So you make sure once I give you the codes that you have to type them in, yeah? All right. I think we can probably work out one code. I haven't decided because I don't know how she's going to work it. She will let me know by next week. All right. On Friday is the winner, and we're going to talk about, it says talk about the answers, which I will do again. And just once again, guys, with the answers to the giveaway, not the giveaway, the surprise, with the answers to the surprise, really, guys, it's supposed to be one word. You're supposed to say, right, when I say one word, one thing, like mine. The favorite button is, the favorite item of that pack was this button. Yeah, for me. But everybody, which is fine, kept saying, oh, I like the bag and the book is nice. And then there's the hearts. And then, oh, I don't know. But, no, that wasn't good. You have to pick one. I know that it's a little difficult. So I'm going to let that pass this time because practically everybody's done it. There's a few people that said, right, but this is my favorite, which is good. But everybody else has kind of said, everything. Look, I get it. They're all fantastic items, and no matter where I purchased from, I knew they were going to be good because it's a sheep show. They sell all the good stuff. So I knew they were going to be good. Yeah. And it depends on what sort of things you like. Like, I don't know, you might not like my hearts. Oh, I'll cry like a baby, but I won't really. But you might not like them. You might not like the button. Oh, don't say you don't like the button. You might not like the chickadee. You might not like Tom's yarn. Don't tell me that. If you ever don't like Tom's yarn, never tell me. Delete block. No. I'm kidding. Because Tom's yarn is the only thing that doesn't make me rash. Now, I'm trying to jump from one thing to another here. I've got it all written down, what I want to say. The Woolly Bargain Bag Sheep Show. And we'll talk about that in a minute. The other thing I wanted to do, let's go down here for a minute. I've missed some chat. Where have I missed some chat? Look at that. I've missed a lot of chat. All right. Here we go. You survived it. Yes, that's typical Queensland weather, but I definitely feel for you guys. You're not used to it. Yeah, their bodies aren't used to it. 40 degrees was horrible. Surprise for the UK. Yeah, it was. You guys are not used to it, and your buildings aren't as equipped for that sort of heat like ours are. We know that heat's coming. We're totally ready for it. We've got our air conditioners supplied. We're totally ready. Yeah. Yes, a peacock blanket's coming. Fluffy Kitten, thank you. Jodie is back on the 22nd of August. That's fantastic. Can't wait to see her. I send her your lives and everything you post on YouTube. Franca, oh, you're way too sweet, honey. You're way too sweet. If you send me the written pattern for the blanket, I'll test it for you, as I'm not yet to start. Karen, I might actually take you up on that offer, hun. You know what? I will. All right. The other item I wanted you to test, let's scratch it for a little while. I'm going to work on that blanket, and you can test that blanket for me. Thank you. And we talked about another item. We're not going to get into that, but we did talk about another one. Thumbs up, people. Thank you, Franca. Do you happen to have a name or a link to buy the beautiful shawl pin? shawl pin. Oh, yes. The wire one. What's it called? Something on wire. I've got it here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Woolen wire. Okay, she doesn't actually have a link. I think, oh, hang on. Here we go. I'll give you these details. Write them down. You ready? www.wool, WOOLN, so woolen wire, that's all one word, .etsy.com. So www.woolenwire.etsy.com. I hope that helps. In fact, why am I saying it? Why don't I just do that? There you go. I'm such a duffer. Or is that back to front? Guys, tell me if that's upside down, wrong way around. I think it is. It's back to front. It's only because my camera's turned the other way. Oh, that's no good. I hope that helped. Woolen Wire was her business name, I think. Yeah. Good morning. Have I missed much? Knit, you have not missed much. We just talked a little bit about the show and our actual surprise that we're doing for the show, which was uploaded. The video was uploaded 7 p.m. last night, 6:30, 7 p.m. last night. If you haven't entered that surprise, go ahead and do that at some stage today. You've got until next Thursday night, because Friday morning after 10 a.m. I will be announcing the winner. So there you go. Knit you haven't missed too much. The shawl pin is from Wool Myers. We worked that out. You don't like wool? I know. Normally I don't, but that, the Tandy yarn suits me. Elaine, I love the shawl pin too. Very popular, the shawl pin, Paula. And we are going to be making, zip, a shawl very soon on the channel. But it's a long way away, so don't get too excited. On Etsy Australia. Does that mean only available in Australia? Elaine, all you can do is ask her. You might be able to message her on Instagram. I think she's on Instagram. I'm not really sure. I haven't messaged her to tell her the video's up yet. So I'm not really sure. I believe she's on Instagram, but I'm not sure. I've only got, if I had a card. Oh, hang on. Here we go. We've got a card. All right. Woolen Wire. She's got Etsy. She's got a .com.au. Doesn't say anything about, no. Doesn't say anything about Instagram or Facebook. So I'm not sure. Usually I ask them if you'll ship worldwide, but I'm not sure if I asked her on that video. I don't remember asking her that. But you've got the Etsy one. So is it Etsy? Yeah, it's the Etsy one. Yeah, sorry, I can't help you with that one. It's one thing I didn't ask, to be honest with you. See, I didn't say I don't like Tom's yarn. Oh, oh, you're lucky. It's right side. Oh, was it the right side then? Okay. Well, let's put the rest of it there. I can't put that part because I don't know if she wants that shown. So I'll just pop. I don't know if I can do this. It's not going to work. Here, let me cover it with something. There's something I'm not sure if she wants shown, so I'm going to cover it. How's that? There we go. How's that? You can message her on the bottom one, I think. That bottom. I'm trying to keep it steady. Sorry, guys. You can message her on that, I'm assuming. Yeah? I'm assuming, I don't know. Elaine, it should state whether they send overseas on their store or just message her. That's what I said, yeah. You can read it. Great. That's good, Knit You. I'll watch it soon. That's great. It's perfect, not the wrong way around. Thank you. The shawl pin was my favorite also. Yes, I'm searching now. Hello, Mary and all. Hello, Bonnie. Lovely to have you here. All right, so most of the items I popped up on the video yesterday, I've given some sort of way you can contact them. I showed you a close-up of their card or something, but some of them I didn't. I do apologize for that. It was a mad rush. I can't decide what my favorite is yet. Take your time, Franca, because you've got till Friday to respond to that surprise. So great to be here, Bonnie. Don't forget to enter the surprise video that I popped up yesterday evening around 7ish. Sorry, Teresa, you can't enter. Family can't enter. I do apologize in advance. I'm so sorry. But next year, we've already planned next year to go together and just spend up big, as you do. So yeah, we can't enter. But you know what? I wished, I'm sorry, Teresa. But you know what? I wished I'd had more time to spend money there. I know family gave me the option. They said, look, go, we'll look after the store. But I didn't organize the store as well as I should have. I think it would have been a lot easier. And you know what the best part is, guys? I still haven't unpacked a lot. What I've done over the past week is I've learnt from that store. So that actually taught me a lot. And when I put all of the other stuff that I've got left over in boxes, I typed in what they were. I popped a price next to it. I even popped some little tiny square box pictures next to it. So when I leave the table and someone tries to buy something, whoever's standing there can say, right, do you want the chicken? Here's the chicken. It costs 35 or whatever it is, you know. So I'm making it a lot easier for when we do Pipeworks Market. I'm preparing that this week for Pipeworks. That's why everything's all over the floor still. Well, the kids had dinner here last night and I said, look, I'm sorry guys, there's still a mess everywhere. But it's slowly getting sorted out, and I would say by the end of this week it will be all set up in their boxes with their type lists and everything ready for the Pipeworks Market, which is good. So I learned a lot by this store. I really did, and some good things and some not so good things. I learned that I made some big mistakes. But the biggest mistake I did make, and I'll be honest with everyone, is I didn't have enough wool products. This was, after all, a wool and sheep show. Yeah, it's all about sheep and it's all about wool. It's not about the cottons. And yet, my biggest sellers were the cotton packs. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, you learn everything as you go along. It's life, yeah? That's how life is. Hello, Corrine. Lovely to have you here. Tell me your favourite and I will choose that for you. Oh, you're too cute, Franca. That's good, Mary. Learning lots. I know you have to learn. Look, if everything we do in life, Bonnie, we just have to keep learning. Never stop learning. Otherwise, your brain goes in the loop, you know. I'll talk about that in a minute too. Sorry, I didn't see. Yes, hello. All right, so Paula, lovely to have you here. I think I said hello earlier. What I wanted to talk about was because I was so flustered on the weekend and so rushed that my brain was, it was all over the place. I was making mistakes with names. Even my friends, my really good friends that showed up, I gave them wrong names. And they went, what? Did I just say the wrong name? So I was all over the place and I was a little bit what we call hungry. No, hangry. That's what it's called, hangry, where you're hungry and angry at the same time because you haven't eaten. So I didn't eat well, which, to be honest with you, helped me lose a kilo. But I didn't eat well and I was running around up and down to the car and getting things and some of the boxes I left under the tables, but not a lot. A lot of the packs were in the car and I had to keep running back and forward. Yeah, because I didn't think I'd sell a lot, and I did. I started selling them, so I had to keep going getting more. On the day before, the very last day, I actually popped all of the boxes under the table. So all I have to do is pick them up and pop them on the table. So that was good. There's little things that you learn as you go along that you didn't think you needed to learn because you thought you were perfect in every way, shape and form, but you're not. You're always hangry, are you? I eat all the time. Be right back. All right, Bonnie, no worries. So there's a lot of big lessons learnt. I met a lot of gorgeous people. I have to say, a lot of funny people. There's a couple of funny farmers that made me laugh and come up saying, where's the patterns for all the socks? I have merino sheep and I just need patterns. Do you have any patterns? It was hilarious. And they had me in fits laughing. I was thinking, do you crochet? Yeah, he says I crochet. Oh, okay. I just want some patterns for the socks. So you know what, guys? In the near future, we're going to be making some sock patterns because I had a lot of people ask me for the patterns. Said, oh, you sell the patterns too? Yeah. Well, do you have any sock patterns? No. So we're going to work on some sock patterns. Life is a learning lesson. It certainly is, Elaine. And I learned the hard way on the weekend. But it was good. It was good. And as I said in the video, the lady who I purchased the chicken from, beautiful Vivian from Yarra Valley, what did she call herself again? I can't remember what it was called. From Fibres of the Yarra Valley. The second I walked in, she said, right, Mary, if you sorted your table out like this, if you popped this there, and if you had more, make sure you put some, stickers on, and make sure you do this and make sure and the car park is over there, and if you park over here, if you get here early, you can park right there, and she gave me all the tips, and she was just a beautiful lady. And you know what? It wasn't just the first day. She just kept giving me more and more tips. And on one of my lives, she even came over to my table and said, well, what's this? Can I purchase? What do you have in this pack? And she just did a whole little spiel just on one of my products, which was really cute. So I do give her a bit of credit. The lovely Vivian from Fibres of the Yarra Valley. If anyone gets an opportunity to purchase something from her, please let her know that I sent you. That would be great. I am perfect in every way. I thought you knew that, Mary. Oh, you're hilarious, Franca. Socks are the reason I learnt to knit. Well, achoo. Oh, that allergy. How naughty. I'm still naughty, Pamela. Nothing's changed. So I'm going to be playing with some socks this year at some stage throughout the year, maybe around October or November. We might have some patterns for socks, which is really good that time, because that's the time we're buying things and making things for Christmas. So we could add that as a part of our Christmas makes for our family and friends. We could do that. So let me keep it. Let me just, work on that. Again, I've not made socks before. I've made stockings, Christmas stockings and things, but not socks. Well, Christmas stockings are the first project we're going to make this year for Christmas. But we're not going to talk about Christmas yet too early. We're going to get through Halloween. I love it. I cannot wait for Halloween. So we're going to get through that first. I don't get the obsession with socks. I don't. But you know what? A lot of people did ask me for sock patterns, and they were willing to pay for the pattern. It wasn't like they wanted a freebie or anything. So seriously, people do. They do like them. You swore, naughty, naughty girl. I know that, Pamela. What are we going to do with her? She swore on our channel. She said the word knit. Oh, achoo. There it goes again. Oh. Halloween. I'm very excited. I haven't told you. I've been very naughty. I've been in the process of making little Halloween patterns, and they're on my computer right now as we speak. What? They're coming out literally before Halloween, because I don't want to get caught out this year. Every year I'm running late into Halloween because I start too late. Well, I've started early. I started, get this, you didn't know this because I haven't told anyone, May. My first pattern is already up and running. I'm not going to tell you what it is. What? I'm not giving away any secrets. Do you think you know what it is yet? She can't keep her mouth shut, really. So that's already up and running on my computer. I just have to practice it and make sure that it will. Fingers. Just the fingers. You're funny, Karen. Yes, to the socks. I have to wear them every day because my feet are always freezing. Okay, Sherry. Halloween already. Our summer isn't over yet. No, but I've started early because I want to start early, because when I make our items for Halloween, sometimes they're big and they take long to make, and I assume I'm going to get them finished, but I never do. Oh, no, I do. It's just the last minute. I am Halloween obsessed, Mary, so more than happy to test. Okay, can I send you something? I actually have something on the computer already. Can I send you something for the next couple of days? I still need to send you another pattern that we were talking about before the show. But what I might do is send you the Halloween patterns, if that's all right, Kiki. I would love them to be tested. That would be great. Hands. Hands. Franca says hands. I did, Franca. Naughty corner. Naughty corner for you, Pamela. Naughty corner. Get him a corner. She's all angry now. I've had this sitting there staring at me for a while. I've been wanting to mention that little guy up here. When I was at the show, I didn't realize I was going to be so busy. I thought, I have plenty of time to do some crochet. But no, I don't think I crocheted during the day. I tried. I pulled the crochet hook and started playing, and people came up and I had to stop. And I kept making mistakes because I was so busy. Yes, of course, I'm actually crocheting more pumpkins already. I'm not doing pumpkins this year. We did them last year. I think we did 2 last year. Or did we do 1 small one and 1 big one? I can't remember. But this year, we're doing something different, Kiki, something a little different. It's still Halloween related. It's all Halloween related, but it's still crochet too. Um, naughty corner, hold your head in shame. So getting back to that little piece up there, someone asked me when they came to the show, you said we were going to do something exciting at the show with the crochet. And I said, yep. And it was two things. I was going to bring the prettiest peacock blanket and we were going to work on, and I was going to show everyone what part 3 was. I was going to work on part 3 in front of everyone so you could have a little sneak preview before it goes up on YouTube. You didn't even get part 2 up on YouTube, but I was going to show you part 3. Anyway, cutting a long story short, I didn't get time, right? But I also wanted to do this. Now, this was and still is, what yarn was it? I've got it down here. It's this yarn right here. The same yarn we used for our beanie packs, yeah? And I put 2 of the strands together. I got the extra large hook, which is over there. I think it's a 15mm hook or something like that. And I crocheted a set of chains in the round. And what I was going to do was to get anyone who purchased anything from the table that were our subscribers to do a row of chains in the round in the same colour. I was going to do different colours, but I thought the same colour would be good too. Or it would have been either way, whatever choice you chose. And then at the end of the show, I was going to sew them together on different areas, yeah? And it would have been like a cowl, a nice, thick, chunky cowl. And then I thought, what if too many people are there and they all want to do it and the cowl's like this big and you can't see a face, yeah? So I thought, how's that going to work, firstly? And secondly, I just didn't get the time. All I had to do was 1 row of chains. I just didn't get the time. It was non-stop the moment I got there. Not everyone who came to the table was a sale. Not really. In fact, a lot of people came to the table, went like this and went like this. Well, they didn't touch this button because I would have murdered them, yeah. And then they walked away. So a lot of things, there was a lot of touching and then walking away. And that happened a lot. But and most people did buy, so I give them credit, especially the young. I was quite impressed with young people coming to the table and purchasing packs, and purchasing the packs of the coasters were a big hit, and the packs of the French market bag. And funnily enough, right at the very end of the show, I would say maybe 3 o'clock, 3:30, someone came in and purchased the bag, the coaster pack, the bag pack, scissors, sewing needle. I don't know what she purchased, but it was huge. And I thought this was like the last 25 minutes or something of the show. But she made that purchase. So I'll give credit to anybody who came to the table. And for those that didn't purchase, I'd say, all right, can you grab a card? Check us out on YouTube. And I had some people say, you're an Australian YouTuber? When did you start? This year? Because I haven't heard of you. I said, no, we've been on YouTube for 5 years. For 5 years. We've got over 1 million views. What? So a lot of people have finally got to meet me for the first time. Didn't even know I existed. So there you go. And then there are those ones, like that lady from Lynn Craft. So funny. She goes, I used to serve you the first, year that you started on YouTube. Used to come in and say, oh, I'm just starting on YouTube. I need this yarn and I need that yarn for YouTube. She said I used to walk in every time and talk to her. I can't remember. What a brain. What a brain. Oh, I'm such a klutz. Sugar skulls. Oh, what? Sugar skulls? What is that, Elaine? What's a sugar skull? You have to tell me what that is. But what is it? Is it like made of sugar? I don't know. Talk to me about it. I could have crocheted while I had my sit down. You had a bit of time there, Karen. Mary, can you do something in herringbone stitch? Oh, haven't we already done that last year? We did a swatch in the herringbone stitch. You mean like a top or something, or a beanie or something? Let me think about it. I'll write it down, herringbone. Just talk amongst yourselves. Franca, you ask a lot, but I don't see anything. Come on, give me some stuff. I want to see some stuff that you've created with us. Let's go, girl. Show me. Let's go. Yeah, where's the Frankiki? Did you do the scarf? We waited a long time to see your scarf. We didn't see it. Come on, woman. Chop, chop. You always tell me chop, chop. Top would be perfect. No rush. Well, I won't have time anyway right now, Franca. Your herringbone top's not going to come for another 6 months. I got a big list in front of all this. You know that, don't you? I'm very busy. Franca, I'm very busy. Pick a number and stand in line, girl. Sugar skulls are the design of day of the dead skulls. Ooh. A lot of people face paint it for Halloween. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means for me because I've never come across it. So there you go. But we are going to do three major things. One has something to do with that. One has something to do with that. I can't think of what to call them. The other I haven't thought about yet, but I'm working on it. Hard to explain. Look it up. Specific to the day. Oh, hang on. Come back. Specific to the day of the dead. Oh, I've never heard of it. Let me write it down. Talk amongst yourselves. Specific to day of the the dead. Oh, like it's all in fun. All right, so we'll look that up and check that out. A booktube. A booktube. What's a booktube? Talk to me about that. November 1, yes. Okay. I have all year or two. Oh, I have all year or two. I'm still waiting for the C2C your own stitch. That's not going to happen, hun. I'm still waiting for you to make stuff for us. Oh, I see. I've got you. I got you. Well, I'm not saying that word online, but no, it's not exactly that either. It's sort of like, it's more of a, what can I call it? An accessory. We'll call it, it's not an accessory, but we'll call it an accessory to Halloween. Not an accessory to clothing as such, but an accessory to Halloween. Halloween is a day before All Hallows Eve. There's a lot happening. Have you not made the Frankie key yet, Franca? She hasn't. She made me make that Frankie key just for you guys. You did it though, Kiki. You did a good job. Yeah, I wasn't going to say that word online, Franca. I like making you laugh. You do a good job there, Karen. Oh, it was lovely to see you at the show, by the way. And it was lovely to see certain subscribers. Now, I don't want to mention their names because they may not want. There's one that I'm not sure if she wants me to mention her name. She came and spent up big at the show. And she was very patient because the scanner wouldn't work. The little square, it wouldn't work Saturday morning. Apparently, it wouldn't work for a lot of people in the venue next door, because Saturday morning there was a lot of people and everybody's phones were getting used and the scans and the little squares or whatever they were getting overused and the internet couldn't keep up. Don't you love it? By the time my daughter arrived in the afternoon, just around lunchtime-ish, it started working, and I worked out that it worked better if you pop the card in rather than swipe it. But there you go. You live and learn. I didn't come out. You did, but it didn't come out perfect. I'm going to do it again. Take your time, Franca. Don't even stress. We can make something else in the future. But just give me time, Franca, because I've got a list a mile long of all the things that people want. And because I've created a lot for you guys already, I'm going to move on to someone else because they've probably been waiting a long time. I nearly fell out of bed. Oh, did you? Oh, did you? Karen, be careful. Everyone's getting hurt because of your little statement earlier. Well, it didn't look like I meant that, didn't it? No, I didn't mean that. I meant kind of like an accessory. Maybe not. An accessory to Halloween, not to your body per se. I can't get it out. I'm not going to tell you. It's a secret. Come on, guys. It's a secret. Although Kiki, you may know soon because you're gonna test a pattern for me, aren't you? I've got you testing everything now. Poor Kiki, she's not gonna be able to keep up. Her hands are gonna be burning. But I know you love Halloween, and I do need a couple of testers. Teresa, are you able to test a pattern for me? You're working now. It's a bit hard for you. You able to test a pattern for me? A small pattern? Did everyone get their cup of tea? I didn't. Nobody's here to give it to me. Didn't Marty want a bikini top to go with his skirt? He's not here to defend himself. I'm not going to answer that, Kiki. He's not here to defend himself. We'll wait till he comes in and then we'll give him grief. Yeah, he's not here today. He's not here. He's not here. But maybe Wednesday. Maybe. He did come in on Wednesday, I think. He popped in Wednesday for a few minutes and I had a listen. Which pattern are we talking about? I will try it out if you like. Well, I haven't decided. I've got a lot of patterns on the computer. They just need testing. I can't bring them out until I test them. I'll talk. But not this weekend. I've got too much happening. Yes, thank you. It's very nice. Okay, good. I'm very itchy. Oh, here we go. Something's made me itchy. Oh, here we go. What did I touch? I don't know. I've been itchy. You know what? I've been itchy since I got home. I wonder if it's something in the house. I was fine at the show. All that wool. You would think I got itchy. Not even once at the show. Not even once. Okay, let's have a look. The Queen is allowed to mock the king. He picks on me with the B word all the time. I'm taking over Marty's role while he's away. Well, I know that, pop this in the bin. I know that someone needed a bit of cheering up on today's live. We won't mention names. I'll test the fingers if you need it. It's not fingers, Pamela. I know it looked like I said fingers, but it's not exactly fingers. But you know what, Pamela? You know what? Can I message you, or can you message? You know what? PM me, honey. PM me, and we'll talk. Call me. Don't call me. I won't answer the phone. I never answer the phone. I am so bad with the phone. It's, you know what? It's because when we were growing up, the phone was all we had, and I was always the one that couldn't get on the phone because everybody was on the phone before me. So I never really cared for the phone much. And once I got a mobile phone, everybody was contacting me. And after about the third year, I started, oh, I don't want to talk to anybody. What's wrong with you humans? So now I just let the message back, take it. And if I want to speak to them, I bring them back. I am so bad with the phone. That's why I don't mind the text messaging. I don't mind email because it's easier, it's quicker, and you can take your time and you can think about what you need to say. When you're on the phone, you're like, all right, I'll, come out and do your gardening for you. Why am I doing gardening? I don't even garden in my own house. But you get kind of caught up in everything when you're on the phone. All right, I'll test the fingers, yes. But he did say he needed a bikini top. Guys, poor Marty, leave him alone. Poor Marty. I must need to be a lady in waiting for the naughty corner. Karen, that's it. You've done it. Get in the corner. Karen, you and Pamela, don't talk about the knitting. Oh, achoo, don't talk about that. Don't talk about it. Don't discuss it. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm not your friend. Forget it. We're no longer friends. Anyone who likes to knit, achoo, no longer friends. Gardening, Mary, have you been at the Mud Cricket? No, I'm happy to be home. To be honest with you, look, as much as I did like the show, I'm not too good in crowds. And it was very people-y. It was like peoples everywhere, humans, like faces, and like they had ears and mouths and noses and eyes, and I even had hair. I mean, gosh, what's with those humans? It was just way too much for me. Pamela, I knit too. Oh, there you go, Karen, get in the corner again. All right, so guys, we got sidetracked. I don't even know what I was talking about. Does anybody know what I was talking about? Anyone? We had a wonderful show last weekend. Time to get back to us. All right. So this week we are getting the Pretty as a Peacock blanket. As you know, you've been waiting a long time for it. Definitely coming on Tuesday. Next week we will get the little purse. Remember, we started the purse and I just messed it up and said, no, I don't want to pop it up until I'm happy with it. And I wasn't happy. So I'm going to redo that purse, which is really annoying for me. It's, you know what I didn't like? The count. The count did not work. I was not happy with the count. You were saying you was making a hair. Oh! Franca, seriously, are you in the corner yet? Stay in the corner with the girls and don't talk about knitting, aren't you? Don't talk about knitting. Achoo. Knitting, knitting, knitting. Achoo, achoo, achoo. Get in the corner. So getting back to us again, we will be doing the purse next week. But I mentioned to you guys, and I still want to keep that promise. Once part 2 goes out this week, I will have part 3 all written up, hopefully by the end of this week or even midweek next week. Once that is written up, I'll reread it a few times. I'll send it off to Jody, and we will do part 3 fairly quickly. I want to get the blanket done. It's got to go out. Not much else is going up until we get that blanket done. I might pop in the little purse with the kiss lock closing things, but that's about it. Okay, what have we got here? I managed to go conquer my anxiety by driving so far in crowds at the show. Oh yeah, no thanks. I wouldn't do it again. I cleaned up my yarn the other week. Have plenty of testing. 20 and Bendigo, 20 plus Bendigo woolen mills and 60 plus the others. Oh my gosh, you got heaps. And that's just the unused ones. Still feel like that's not enough. Never enough. It's not, is it, Kiki? We will talk about the herringbone top. You again? Franca, you are permanently banned from speaking this life. But you're allowed to write. You like that? Permanently banned from speaking, but you're allowed to write. So, yeah, we are definitely getting on with the Pretty as a Peacock blanket over the next 2 weeks. And, of course, those 2 little purses, the one with the zip and the one with the kiss lock. Once we've done all that and we've got as far into the 3rd part of the Pretty as a Peacock blanket, then we can start talking about bringing the live antics back. But right now I'm going to leave that aside. Plus, I remember once I mentioned in the live, or might have been on one of my video vlogs, I can't remember, that there was going to be a very big project with that Aran weight from Spot Saver yarn that we used last year. Apart from the jumper that's coming, Franca, don't bring it up. That is coming. The patchwork jumper is coming. But apart from that, the other big thing that I mentioned was supposed to be part of a giveaway from that yarn that I had too many of. And I hadn't started using them. I think there was a light pale blue and a pink, and I can't remember, a light grey. I can't remember because I don't want to, say it's happening yet. But it will definitely happen. After we do this surprise, we're going to do the Spot Saver surprise. Okay, and I'm going to be calling it a Spot Saver surprise. And that way you guys will know on the live that it will be a giveaway or a surprise thing. Dad doesn't want me to buy more yarn until I use what I already have. Not happy, Jan. Your dad makes me laugh. He's like every other dads and husbands and boyfriends and partners. I crocheted a purse with a zip as a test for myself. Next time I'm going to try and make small bag too. Yes, I did a bag for the show, a little small one with the little, what do you call them? The little button things that go through. You get, I can't get it out. The string that goes through the buttons, they're like, I can't remember the name of them. I did one for the show. My husband said the same, Karen. He got told to, do things to a lemon. Oh, what? Hello, Yvonne. I did not see you on, honey. Hello. Welcome. All right, I'm going to push the video again. Do not forget, guys, to enter the surprise video that was uploaded yesterday at 7 p.m. You have until this Friday morning by 10 a.m., Melbourne, Australia time, that is, to enter your answer. Remember, guys, only one. Don't say you love them all. You'd have to watch the video to find out. But I don't want to give away the answer, but hey, the answer's different for everybody. It's different for everyone. The patchwork jumper tutorial that was supposed to be a couple of Fridays back. It's invisible. Yeah, that tutorial's just never going to come. No, it'll come, I promise. That jumper I will be making. I decided to take undone what I had, and I'm going to make the extra small. Well, look, I'll think about it. I'll make the extra small, but you guys, all you have to do when we do that jumper is follow my instruction of say, right, if you are a size 100 centimeters or if you are 200 centimeters wide, whatever it is, this is how many stitches you will need. So just follow the instructions on the video. Don't follow exactly what I do because it's all one literally, it's the jumper and the cardigan, they're all one stitch. The only thing, I'm sorry, they're two stitches. The only difference is you've got your single crochets for the ribbing and you've got your half double crochets for your color changes. That's it. Now, I had a few people confront me at the show saying, there is no way I'm putting all those colors in a cardigan, so I'm not making it. I said, but you don't need to. When I say change color, you don't need to change. Just keep going. Just keep going all the way through. You can make your cardigan one color, two colors, three colors, 5, 10, 15, whatever you want. The color choice is yours. But I say, right, for the colors that I have, change to the color to your color 2. You've got C1, color 1, color 2, color 3, color 4. Whatever colors you have chosen, change to your color now. That's what I will tell you to do. And then you can decide what colors you want. Again, you don't have to choose the same as me, or you can choose the same as me. It doesn't matter. The ball is in your court. Very exciting. What have we got here? Thank you. I'm glad, Yvonne. Lovely to have you here. No patchwork cardigan until you do the Frankiki. It's not a cardigan. We're not doing the patchwork cardigan on the channel, Kiki. We're doing the patchwork jumper, and that will be promoting the patchwork cardigan pattern on the website. Kiki, don't give Mary any ideas. Scrap yarn sweater. Yeah, you can do that too. Yes, and I'm going to talk to everyone about that as well. I'm going to make the kaleidoscope blanket. You're going to love it, Yvonne. I love that blanket. You've just reminded me, someone left a message the other day, and because of the show and everything, I've forgotten to respond to her about the blanket. So I better do that. I think I have the confidence now to do the Frankiki. Take your time, Franca. There's no rush. I'm only kidding. You know I'm only kidding. But if you don't have it finished within 20 minutes, you're done. I'm kidding. So naughty. Look, I haven't changed. If you think the sheep show this year has changed me, you got another thing happening. I'm never going to change. I'm always going to be this crazy, a bit silly, a bit out of whack. Normal's for someone else. I don't pretend to be anybody else. I made 3, Yvonne. I know. I've altogether made 3 too, Karen. When the first one I started, I made with fibre spider. And it was Franca actually who mentioned a fibre spider. Mary's been trying to contact you. I was trying to contact him to make the blanket. And he said, as long as I use my own pictures, which I don't know why I would use someone else's pictures. But anyway, I want to use my own pictures, wouldn't I? When I've done my blanket, I want to show off my blanket, yeah? As long as I use my own pictures, then that's fine. And so that's what I did. I did change the version a little bit to suit me. Love the kaleidoscope blanket. It was definitely one of my favorites to make. It was my favorite to make that year. That is why I love you. Oh, Elaine, you're too cute. Give them as presents. Karen says, give everything as presents. That's what you do. You make things and you give them as gifts. You know, and it's funny because I had that blanket on sale at the market, at the show, and I had the Tandy blanket that I made. Yeah. The Sunshine Bright blanket, but the Tandy version, right? And I put it there to see if anybody was going to spend the money that I told them the blanket was for. They got a shock. I don't really want to sell it. So I just upped the price and upped it. I don't really want to sell it. But the point was people didn't realize that the Polworth sheep yarn is a little bit more expensive than the Bendigo. And they couldn't realize the difference between the prices. I said, well, do the math. Get your Bendigo yarn, get your Polworth yarn, do the math, and you see the difference. And you'll know why that blanket is so expensive. And the kaleidoscope blanket wasn't as expensive. I'm making mine for my armchairs. I love the kaleidoscope blanket. And you know what? I did, I don't really know if you remember this. I made one in 3 colors only for a gentleman, a friend of my son's. His sister was having a baby. I'm sorry. That one was the cousin. I do apologize. His cousin was having the baby. And he asked me to do the kaleidoscope blanket, but not in so many colors. So I made them in 3 colors and he loved it. So it can be done completely different. That reminds me, I need to message you about the teapot cozy. New teapot is a bit oddly shaped. Oh, okay, we'll talk. Yvonne, I'm going to try the kaleidoscope blanket again because I just couldn't get it right. I love it. Look, the only tricky part is making sure you attach those 2 corners. They are the only tricky part of the blanket, really they are. Everything else is relatively easy. Once you get you're stitching from one side, turning to the other, that starts to become a little bit easier. And I think I messed up in one of the videos, but I do leave a little disclaimer, I think, in the video in the description box. But it's just the recording. How do I explain it? I recorded a separate area, but it was the same bit. This is what happens when you've got too many. It was the same kind of over, but I recorded a different, but it's the same thing. It's just someone said that doesn't look like the same side that you're working on, but I didn't. I worked on one side. What I did was I work on one row of each side, and then I went back and worked on the second row of each side. So what I did was I had 4 strands attached. You guys didn't see that because I didn't show you, and it didn't work in my favor when I was recording. It didn't look right. But anyway, so I just told everybody this is what you need to do, but I don't think the stitches were bothered at all. It's just somebody was a little finicky. What? Okay. Kiki, you would get an oddly shaped teapot, a typically December baby. Have a good week, everyone. I look forward to our next meeting. Elaine, you have a good week too, hun. Don't forget to enter the surprise, not the giveaway, surprise. Oh, I keep saying it. Don't forget to enter that surprise. That was popped up yesterday. I will keep popping it up on my community board. So occasionally have a look at the community board, have a look at Instagram, have a look at Facebook. I will be constantly reminding you that the video is still there until Friday morning. Well done. Can't wait to see it. Yes, that's great. By Elaine. Yes, have a good week. All right, so let's talk about, I'm trying to think of the things we need to discuss. There's so much to talk about. Oh, that's right. Here we go. Speaking of kaleidoscope blankets, hello. Isn't it funny? I took this out of, isn't it funny we're talking about that? Check this out, guys. Oh, talk amongst yourselves while I get this bag opened. It's been so long since it's been opened. This is the one I was making for the young fella. These were the colours I was making for him. Now, I stopped this because yours truly started with one size hook. I think this one was the 4.5. And I found it a little bit too loose, and he wanted the gaps a little closed. So I used a 4mm and closed it up a little bit. But that's what you're looking at when you're looking at a kaleidoscope blanket. The join here is where everyone has trouble with. Okay, this part here is quite basic. Once you get into the larger blanket, it gets a lot harder to keep up with these little corner sections. And I think that's where I made a mistake around one of the corner sections of the part 4 or so. I can't even remember what part it was, but I did leave a disclaimer in the description box. So in part 4, you'll probably notice at part 5, I can't remember, and you'll think, what did she do there? I don't know what she did. Just have a look in the drop-down box, where the description box is. There may be a little disclaimer there saying, right, at this part of the video, you'll notice it anyway because a lot of people picked it up. A lot of people didn't. They just copied what they did in the previous corner bit. They just kept going and going and going until they got to the end. So a lot of people didn't notice it. But some people who are more, really needed that visual, they picked it up and they said, look, it didn't look right. So then you will actually have to go and check out the actual description box. But it's not a big thing. It's a very small thing. But there you go. That's his little blanket. That's how it started. And then it got bigger and bigger, and I didn't do the biggest one with him. I did the biggest one with us, which I should have done it the other way around. Did the biggest one for him and the smaller one for us so that we can get it done quicker. What? Yes, thank you, Yvonne. I had trouble with the triangle part. I just couldn't get it right. Okay, that's interesting, Frank. A lot of people don't have the trouble there. But anyway, take your time. Take your time. Slow the video down. You can slow the video down. There's some 3 dots somewhere where you can actually slow the video down. It makes my voice sound weird like this. But you can slow it down. Yeah, you can slow it down. But I do love the kaleidoscope blanket. It's one of those blankets I will make always. It's just one of those blankets. And I think the 3 colors are very, very nice. I might make a 3-color one in the future. and maybe try selling that at the markets because that will sell. It's such a pretty blanket. If there's too many colors on it, it can get a tad confusing. People look at it and think, oh, there's a lot of color. And a lot of color looks great on those granny square blankets where you make the squares and you pop them together and you put your border on it. That looks great. But when it's like that with the kaleidoscope, it can look a little bit, kind of looks messy if you put too many colors on the kaleidoscope. But it is a stash busting blanket, really, if you think about it. Give me a second. I need a drink. I'm very thirsty. When I slow it down, I end up laughing because you sound drunk. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't the slow down part. That was all this special water. Cheers, everyone. You know I only joke when I say special water. It's usual double strength. No. I only joke when I say it. It's always just plain old boring water. But I want everybody to think I'm exciting. I'm not. I'm just plain old boring me. Who sits in the corner and rocks from side to side and crochets. I haven't even got a rocker. I don't have a rocking chair. I just crochet in the corner. That's all I do. I sit and crochet pretty things. I'm not one to stand on the other side of a table and sell. It's not my thing. I did it to do it, but it's not really my thing. I need to hire someone to do that for me. Mine is rainbow, lots of colours, but use the parchment for each ending border. Yes, so it worked. Yeah, parchment, if you didn't know, guys, is the cream, Bendigo Wool & Mills cream yarn. So parchment. Did you do it in cotton, Kiki? I did mine in wool and cotton. I've done different versions. It sounds like you've done it in cotton. Is that correct? Double strength water. Just found a knot in my yarn. Oh no, that happens a lot now. I noticed every yarn, not just a cheaper yarn, even the good expensive stuff. It happens too. Always cotton. You do cotton, of course. What am I saying? You're in Queensland, of course you have cotton. Then you'll love pattern testing one of the Halloween items for me. What? As long as you have, I think it was 8-ply black cotton. I'm sure you have that, being the fact that you love Halloween. I'm sure you have it. Yeah, 8-ply black cotton. I think it was 8-ply. I can't remember the pattern. I started in May and did it in May, and then just left it on the computer. I haven't looked at it since. I've got 6 colours, 3 bright and 3 pastel colours. Nice. Karen, I hate that so much. It happens to me all the time. Don't you get annoyed when you get a knot, especially when you're making something as big as this and you want to get 3/4 of the way through the row and you know you don't want to change colour till the end of the row. You get 3/4 of the way, there's a knot. You have to take that knot undone because I don't like crocheting over a knot. What? I never, ever crochet over a knot. I used to in the old days. Don't get me wrong, I did it a lot. I just crocheted, kept going. Who cares? It's a knot. It'll be covered. It doesn't get covered. And through the washes, you know, a few times, you wash it a few times, that knot sticks out and you've got to keep pulling it back in. And then occasionally that knot can come undone. So what I do is I literally take that row undone like a sucker. And I start from the sides of the row. So all my knots end up on the sides, or they end up on the base, or they end up the top, behind. They don't ever end up where they're going to show. I'm a little bit fussy in that area. I dislike it. Sometimes I've taken off 2 rows because that's the yarn I started with, and I've wound all the other skeins to make sure there are no other knots. Yeah, I go like this because my winder is here, and I've come to this point now where I've started winding all my skeins up because I can't stand the knots in the middle of the row. It's not that I can't stand it. I don't have the time to go halfway through a row of 250 stitches and then get a knot, take those 100 and something undone, and then start again with the 250. It's just way too much trouble for me. So I make sure I wind up most of my yarn. You will start to see that with these things here. You will start to see a lot of the yarn wound. And I wind up when I get tired of crocheting, and I wind up with my left hand because I crochet with my right and it's really sore. And to even out the soreness, I wind up with the left hand. And sometimes it gets a little confusing when I'm winding. I'm accidentally going the wrong way and then the other way. But at least I'm winding the yarn because I want to make sure that there are no knots. That's what I'm doing with Roz from Passion Flower. And that's a little bit of exciting news coming up soon with the lovely Roz. What? We're going to talk about that in the future. She is going to be in my conversation in a couple of weeks' time. You're going to hear some stuff. Before the show, I had a chat with Roz about something, and Roz seemed keen. And then we talked again during the show. She popped in on Sunday of the show. And then we talked again after the show. And it seems we're both on board. What? I've not done this with anyone, and I'm going to do this, little surprise, with Roz. You will find out about it in the future. You're looking at a couple of weeks before I talk about it, maybe 3 or 4 weeks into the future, maybe 5, but not right now. But I just wanted everyone to know you will be hearing about Roz from Passion Flower again. She can't talk to you about it because I've told her not to. How naughty am I? But there will be something happening with the lovely Roz, I should say, from Passion Flower in the future. Okay, where am I? So much. I use 7 skeins, no knots. On number 8, there's a knot. Don't you love it? Just checked supply. Black is a little low, so ordering more. You won't need a lot for this one, not for this product. You will probably need, I'm just thinking, maybe 60 grams, 70, 80, maybe even 100. You won't need a lot for this particular pattern, yeah? You won't need a lot at all, Kiki. And I don't want to talk to you about it because I don't want anyone else to know. It's a secret between you and me. You can't tell anyone, Kiki. Don't let that Franca get it out of you. I already know what Franca's going to do. I do not like knots. They are so frustrating. They are, Yvonne. Nobody here on our channel loves a knot, I don't think. Unless they do like knots. I don't know. I doubt it. The yarn is El Cheapo. Oh, and I get it for nothing. So it's charity. Oh, well, you got to give it credit if it's for nothing, yeah? So you're knitting with Roz. Achoo, no. Roz does that. I do the other stuff, the one called Crochet. Remember that one? I make knots when I add new yarn. Of course, we make knots when we add new yarn. Shh, Mary. Any excuse to order more. Let me talk to you first before you order it. I mean, you can order it if you like. I want to make sure it's the 8-ply, not the 4. Check your 4-ply for me in black, hun. Just check that first. I crochet right-handed. I can't crochet left, and I'm a lefty. Isn't that interesting, Franca? It's very interesting. Check your stock first, Kiki, for 4-ply. It's such a long time ago when I designed it in May that I just can't remember which ply I used. I have to check the computer. Kiki, you need to order more. It's very important. No 4-ply in black, only 8-ply. All right, don't order. You can order if you like, but don't order yet until I find out what ply I used, so that you can order if you like. I'm not going to tell you not to order. Just order everything. You're going to need black for Halloween anyway. Just order in bulk. Just 6 skeins everywhere. Oh no, don't do that. Imagine 6 skeins of Bendigo yarn. Is it going to be Bendigo cotton? I don't even know if they've got black at the moment. I don't know if they've got black. I'm using last year's, the year before even, black. I don't even know. We'll have to check. Spotlight gets a lot of black in. Don't tempt me. 6 skeins of each size. Don't worry about it. We'll see what happens. You know me so well, Mary. Franca will try and get it out of you, Kiki, but don't tell her. It's between me and you, yeah? They don't take too long with back orders, luckily. I've heard, it's funny because I was on a group the other day and some people were saying some nasty stuff. And I'm thinking, hey, that's my Bendigo. Don't talk about them like that. But they were saying how, the back orders take too long, But I tell you what, when you ring them, they don't take long at all. You ring them, they're on back order, you get it quickly. They love people. They love humans. They're not like me. You want to tell us, Mary. No, I kept some good secrets from you in the past. This jumper here, this cardigan here. You guys didn't know I made this one and the patchwork jumper, the cardigan at the same time. You guys didn't even know. I'm really good at keeping secrets. But I didn't get it pattern tested. That's why the secret was kept. We're working on that. Longest I've had to wait was about 6 weeks, and that was in the height of that was terrible times. In I was to make Nemu and need to get more yarn. You want to make Nemu, get more yarn, need to hide it from Dad. The guy who makes your tea. Come on, Karen. But he picks up the mail from the post office. Oh, does he? Oh, we should talk, you and I. Get it ordered and send it to me and I'll sort it out. Oh, I'm helping you do bad stuff. I don't want to get on Dad's bad side. Otherwise I won't get any tea. Should know, being another December baby, that I'm stubborn as anything. She's not getting anything out of me. I love that, Kiki. This is why we call you Queen Kiki. You know that. That's why you're queen of the corner. All right, so we've talked about a little bit of Halloween, which is good because that's the next agenda, but that's after the Pretty as a Peacock blanket, guys. We're not doing anything for Halloween until that blanket is done, and a couple of the smaller projects that we talked about, they need to be done first. Then we'll talk about Halloween and the patchwork jumper and the cardigans and everything else, but for now, let's just stick to one thing. It's way too much for my brain. Oh, no, she doesn't get to the post office. You'd love my dad, Mary. Oh, really? I probably would too. He sounds like a really sweet guy. If he's making you tea, darling, he's a really sweet guy. Oh, you're back. Hi, Bonnie. You missed a lot, hun. You missed a lot. Kiki, you will tell me. You know you will. No, she won't. She won't. Because I'll be over there in Queensland and we'll be smacking. We'll be smacking everything. I want to come to Queensland one day, Kiki. If I come to Queensland one day, will you greet me and we'll hang out and have coffee and cake somewhere? Yeah? What do you say? You can bring the kids. I'd rather not. But if you have to bring them, can't get a sitter, we'll just lock them in a dungeon somewhere. How naughty am I? It's kind of nutty at my house. It's always nutty here, Bonnie. You couldn't buy it out of... you couldn't buy it. I love it, Kiki. She's hilarious, our Kiki. Kiki, you're going to come and we're going to get together and have lunch one day in Queensland? I'm not bringing the kids. Yay, party time. We'll crochet. Nothing will come out of our crochet because we would have had a few too many glasses of water. I just need to arrive on the days that I pick up the mail, knowing look, Dad will go that day. Oh, look, don't stress, hun. Don't stress. You know what? I tell you what. Do yourself a favor. Just spend the next few weeks just working away and crocheting, saying, look, Dad, look at all the items I've made. I've made a big dent in my yarn stash. Oh, well, somebody wants an order. I need to buy that. And Dad will say, oh, gosh, all right, do what you got to do. You probably won't. Oops, I missed a stitch. Oops, next row, added a stitch. Oh, don't do that. Don't start changing things around. Your pattern will come out all distorted. Hey, I've done that before. I was making it was like a little vest thing years ago, and I thought, there's no way I'm changing this. I'm just going to leave that one stitch there and reduce it up the top. Kind of didn't work because it went, look. It kind of didn't work. Be careful with your stitches. I get a bit fussy on count now. Since I make larger projects, you really have to focus on count, because if you think that after a row of 180 stitches, you think, you made a mistake on the second stitch. You don't want to go back. I said that you and Kiki with the water. Oh, with a special water, Bonnie. I know. I do that sometimes, Bonnie. The patterns I can get away with anyway. But there are some patterns you just can't do that with. You can actually do that with a blanket. Blankets are actually quite forgiving, I've noticed. Depending on the blanket and depending on the stitch. I know I've done a blanket where I've put two half doubles together, like it's a it was like a V-stitch, but not with a chain in the middle. And I did that all the way in the round, which I'm doing with our Pretty as a Peacock blanket. Oh, zip. At the moment. And I ended up putting a double and a half double in one of the stitches. So the whole round was half doubles. And there was this little tiny sticky uppy one from the double. So on the way around, the next time I put a single on top of the double and I put a half double in. And it kind of worked. That's my water of choice. I love that. I don't mind that, actually. I've been drinking that a lot at dinner. No, actually, I have one before dinner and one after dinner, one during dinner, sorry. So I end up having two every day. It's been a week. I've got to stop that. I'm going to blow up like a balloon. Like a balloon. I'll go through current yarn and sell some of it. I just sold yarn and gave the proceeds to the biggest morning tea. Wow, way to go, Karen. That's a lot of yarn. That's a lot of yarn. Okay, where do you sell your yarn on Facebook? Going to movie, going to see, nope, hugs or, oh, okay. Enjoy your movie. Yeah, enjoy your movie. You know what I'm knocking all the time? I'm knocking the little bowl of hearts. I keep knocking. Let's move it over. Sorry, guys. I've got to go out at 10. So everybody have a great week. Love you all. Yvonne, don't forget to answer the question for the surprise. If you haven't already answered it. Yep. Took the yarn to my group. Oh, I got you. Took it to the group and sold it to the group. Oh, that's a good idea, Karen. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Anyway. All right. So where are we and what are we doing? I've forgotten. Let's have a quick rundown of this week. Monday, I'm working on the pattern for the Pretty as a Peacock and the beanie. So that will be sorted out. Tuesday, Monday, I'll also send the pattern off to the wonderful Jodie, even though she's on holidays doing her thing. You know, she's having a good time. Lucky Jodie. I will still send her the pattern. Hopefully I've got her email. I think I might have her email. And Tuesday, the Pretty as a Peacock Part 2 blanket will be up and running. Wednesday, a lot of screaming. Wednesday, we're having our live. Thursday, I'm going to be doing some recording for the packs for Friday's winner of our surprise. So that's happening on Friday. You will get in the Friday's winner of surprise, the first 10 minutes will be about our packs. And we'll have the little message you need to type in on the website to get your pack at a discount. I don't know if I'll be discounting the pattern, but I'll definitely be discounting the packs, all three packs, that one, and the beanie pack. They're actually two separate ones. So maybe I should say 4 packs. Those two, the beanie pack, the V-stitch beanie pack, and the French market bag pack. They will all have discount codes. You need to type that code in when you are paying for your I'll explain all that once that video comes up when you're paying for your product, and that way you're getting your discount, because I like to give back to the subscribers for helping me out on the sheep show, giving me lots of cash to go spend at the show. I know I put in most of it, but that was okay. That was my choice. But a lot of people did give me plenty of cash to spend at the show, and that's why we were able to do the surprise, the sheep show surprise. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have like a quarter of what I purchased at the show. So there you go. Oh, what are we missing? What are we missing? Yes. Yes. Paul is saying yes, and go and have a good weekend. Yes. Remember to send me the pattern too, so I can test and use some yarn. Oh, Karen, which pattern was I sending you? Remind me again, because I was going to send you two, and I've forgotten now. Which pattern? Oh, that's a pattern for the Pretty as a Peacock. Okay, we'll do that one. It just came to me, sorry. Pretty as a Peacock. I even wrote it down, didn't I? I already wrote it down. But I don't think I said send it to Karen. I think so. I wrote Pretty as a Peacock pattern. Karen to test. Okay, beautiful. Yes, I got you. It's all good. Guys, I'm going to head off now. I'm going to go and do some grocery shopping, because when I came back from the show, there was nothing here. And we just used whatever we had in the house. Just used scraps. Lots of toast. So I'm going to go grocery shopping. But I want to thank everyone for coming today. I want to thank everyone for helping me out with the sheep show. For those of you who came to the show and did some beautiful things for me, like purchased lunch and all sorts of wonderful things, and just sat and had a chat with me. I want to thank everyone for that. I want to thank everyone for allowing us to spend the money at the show to do the surprise that's coming up this Friday. Can't wait to announce the winners. Remember, guys, I will be using the YouTube comment picker thing. It will shuffle some names around and pop the 3 names up for me for first, second, and third. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I want everyone to have a great week. We will see everyone on Wednesdays live. I've been Mary. This has been Wow Crochet Designs and ciao for now. Try to be good. Bye all.